I want to start off this video by first saying I did release a video earlier in the week about things that I didn't like about Palworld and my first impressions. If you're seeing the title and you're coming down to comment some things before watching this video, definitely click onto that video first, check it out, and then come back to this one, because this video is going to be a little bit different. Yo, what's going on guys? My name is Toxicity and welcome back to another Palworld / Pokemon video. In today's video, you guys, we're going to be discussing things that I believe Pokemon could learn from Palworld. Now, straight away, I know that Nintendo aren't going to bring violence to Pokemon games. I don't want that at all. I don't want guns in Pokemon. I don't want the ability to beat up Pokemon. I think that's honestly very, very wrong. And Palworld brings a different sort of mechanic to the game where obviously it brings Arc to Pokemon, maybe a little bit of Minecraft. And in Arc, you have to beat up and weaken the mobs or the dinosaurs or the animals that you go after and try and tame. And that's kind of what Palworld does with creatures that are very similar to Pokemon. Now, Nintendo are never going to bring violence and that sort of thing to the game, but I do believe Nintendo could look at Palworld and kind of advance the Legends of Arceus games to sort of be like Palworld in the sense that the world is much more open. You can craft different items to help your adventure, and you can use your pals or Pokemons to actually help you advance in the story apart from battling. Now, a controversial take that I've seen online is that the pals are basically slaves and you're putting them to work straight away as soon as you catch them. But I quite like the idea of implementing the pals into your base and having them actually do little tasks for you. Now, obviously they help you and assist you with building and planting berries, smelting, doing all sorts of tasks around the base. And I don't think it's slavery at all. You do the same thing in Arc. As soon as you tame an animal or a dinosaur, you can put it to work and make it do little tasks for you. And I quite like this mechanic, and I find it quite fun that you can actually have your pals around your base doing little things for you and creating a little bit more life rather than just having them in your PC box or in your party and not seeing them ever. Now, Legends of Arceus did do a little bit of this. You're allowed to have multiple Pokemon outside of the balls at the same time, but you're only allowed the 6, and you weren't able to set up a base or collect too many materials to help you in your adventure. Obviously, there was different items found around the world on the ground that you could pick up and you could sell or use in battles or use on your character. Now, I believe Palworld does a really, really good thing in implementing the pals around the world. Now, they do get angry like the alpha Pokemon and some of the Pokemon in Legends of Arceus, but you can actually fight the pals and you can use your power to fight the pal, or you can fight them yourself, which I thought was really cool. Palworld also implements a really nice crafting system and a lot more variation of items found around the world that you need to collect in order to advance in your story. Now, I really feel like Pokemon could implement an open world game just like this. You can have little villages, you can have little towns, you can have gyms that you're meant to challenge, but having a sort of adventure story behind a Pokemon game, expanding on Legends of Arceus would be awesome, and I feel like the Pokemon community would actually love this sort of game. I know Legends of Arceus, there's a lot of people on the fence if they like it or hate it, but I love that game so much. Now, this video is not a hate on Pokemon at all, and it's not a hate on Palworld. I enjoy Palworld, I enjoy Pokemon, I enjoy Arc sometimes. It's a little bit too grindy for me, but Palworld hits that sweet spot with a game that I really hope Pokemon advances to, and a game that a lot of people have hoped that Pokemon advances to. The whole PAL premise, I know they look very similar to Pokemon. I did cover this in a previous video on the channel already, but the whole premise of the pals and the world around the pals feels so much more alive than the Legends of Arceus game, than the Scarlet and Violet games. The whole world itself is just so authentic, it's so pretty, it's so alive, it's so vibrant. This is obviously taken inspiration from Arc, but Arc I felt was a little bit meh in the world. Now, the dinosaurs, the animals, all those designs were amazing, they were unique to Arc. Obviously, Palworld look very similar to Pokemon like I just said, but I think Palworld hits the nail on the head with a game that we all want, and we all want Pokemon to eventually get to, minus the violence. Do you agree with what I'm saying at all? I'm hoping I could convince some people to come around to my ideas. Let me know down below in the comments if you do agree with what I'm saying, or just completely fire back with a response if you don't agree at all. I'll be happy to answer some questions or respond to comments like I always do. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you did. Like and subscribe for more. I have a Palworld series coming out soon with some friends, which I'm really excited to bring you guys. So hopefully you have a rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.